That's the loop right there, right? The one we just made. As you can see, that's the only one soloed out right now. Everything else is muted. I took all these elements, made it one thing, and put it right there. Now, if you stretch like this, if you don't press anything and you just click and drag, it just extends the clip but doesn't change anything with it. But when I hold control and click it, it time stretches it. So the first thing I'm doing is time stretching it from 8 bars to 16 bars. There, that's 16 bars. No, it's not. Yes. As you can see up there, it says length 16. The clip is now halftime. As you can see right there too, it took twice as long to go through the chord progression instead of being like dun 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 dun. It goes dun 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 dun. You know, it takes twice as long. So what I want to do is get that halftime slower sound, but actually keep the chord progression moving at the same normal speed. So right here we have 16 bars. The first thing I do every time, cut it into single bars. Bar, 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 bar. It's set to bar. It's set to bar on the grid. So no matter where I click, it's going to be a bar. That's why I do it so fast. Then I make a new track, right? So we have bar 1, 2, 3. We have 16 individual bars here. What we're going to do is we're going to keep the odds and we're going to take out the evens right now. So we have bar 1. Bar 2, move it under bar 1. Bar 3, pull it in. Bar 4, move it under bar 3. Did I just turn it down? No. See what I'm saying? Wait, did I turn it down? Yeah, I did. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And just continue following that pattern. Bar 5, move it in. Bar 6, move it under 5. Bar 7, move it in. Bar 8, move it under 7. You see all the odd ones. 9, 10, move it under 9. 11, 12, move it under 11. So all the even ones are on the bottom. 13, 14, move it under 13. 15, 16, move it under 15. So what we have here is the first bar, 3rd, 5th, 9th. Or, excuse me, starting over. 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, 11th, 13th, 15th. And we have 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th, 10th, 12th, 14th, 16th. So we have all the odd ones on top and all the even ones on bottom. Now, what we're going to do here, this is just my preference. This can be your preference at the end of the day. So this is, now if we listen to just this one, it's going. So that's just all the odds, okay? I have it soloed, as you can see. It's the 1, 3, 5, all that shit. That's just the odds. But what you probably noticed is it's missing like the dun dun dun, like the step ups that are in the back halves of the phrases. So what I'm doing with the even ones, which are the back halves of the phrases, is pulling them back on top of it and using the end of it to still get the ending motion. So what I like to do is kind of eyeball it, right? As you can see on the second, say like every first, you know, all those ones, there's like a really big move on the half bar point. And what I'm either going to do is use the last 2 beats or the last beat. Like use a bigger chunk, so it's like dun dun switch dun dun dun, dun, switch, dun. So it's like we're using the back pieces. And I either use a half note or a quarter note. And based on what I see out of how the loop looks is what I do. So as you can see on these ones, there's like that big moment in the half note point. So I want to keep that. So I move it up and then chop it so that we're still using the back halves of those points. And then whichever the other one is, I do what I didn't do. So I did a half note on that, so I'll do a fucking quarter note on this. And then I traditionally pitch it all down 4 steps, just because I like that it completely flips the key signature. If you go down 4 steps, it's going to absolutely change the feeling of it. Like, it's going to, like, negate, it's going to, like, invert it almost. Because a 3, a 5, and a 7 is kind of close in key signatures. And a 2 is still kind of close. But if you go 4, it's like in between the 3rd and the 5th, and the 3rd and the 5th is usually a solid, or no, it's a 2nd or a 3rd. So it like completely like flips it on its head, and I like to make something that sounds cool and completely like invert it and see if it still looks cool inverted. And if it doesn't, I'll do it to 3 or 5. You know, 4th is jazzy, exactly. The 4th is jazzy, and I'm very influenced by like jazzy type stuff. So the 4th is just weird. So as you heard it before, let's listen to the loop one more time. And now that we've flipped it, here we are. I like that. See what I mean? And there you have it. Round of applause, please. Applause, please. I finally, slowly, and dedicatedly described the skirt flip tech. I might clip that and put that on YouTube.